Hello and welcome to another episode of Celasta Crown of the Magister. In this one, we are talking about creating the ultimate fighter. That's right, I'm going to walk through all the selections you can make creating a fighter and how to optimize that in my opinion. Off the bat, fighters are going to prioritize strength and constitution in general. So we're going to fast forward here, select fighter. There are three archetypes: champion, mountaineer, spellblade. We're going to focus on champion. Mountaineer is interesting, but we're going to go straight up in your face combat focused fighter. Now, at higher levels, you can see that at level 3 we'll uh, um, select our archetype, but we get extra attacks at level 5, which is awesome. So we're going to just click through here and I'll get through all of this and make suggestions. But as we can see down here, strength, constitution, and dexterity. So that's what I wanted to show you. Those are the stats: strength, constitution, and dexterity. Now, I would in general recommend um, a few options to optimize your fighter. I personally think the Hill Dwarf is going to make the best fighter and carry around a giant battle axe because you get the +2 constitution and the lineage gives you 1 hit point per level. So it basically ensures that you are the tankiest fighter out there that you can make. There are two other options. The other is Half Elf, which is kind of in general good because you can select scores, and I would argue you could make a Marsh Halfling. Now, obviously, the game's here to have fun, so I always say if you want to do it, do it. I'm just giving my recommendation on how to create the ultimate or best, most optimized fighter. So in my book, I would say Hill Dwarf through and through. We're going to make a female Hill Dwarf fighter. The reason is we get the constitution from the Ancestry Dwarf feature, right? We have advantages against poison if we're fighting spiders and other stuff. But then, more importantly, we get +1 hit point per level. So we're going to have the most hit points that we can possibly have, maxing it out. We're going to select fighter. You can optimize equipment. I would always pick chainmail. And this is kind of screwed up because the ordering doesn't work. Um, so we can pick longsword and shield, or we could pick greatsword. Now, it is up to you. To be honest, you probably want a longsword and shield starting off, but that's playstyle. I personally want my fighters to be, um, carrying big weapons. I personally don't favor shields, so I'm going with the great sword. Or if you want, I would recommend the great axe. Yeah, great axe. Yeah, it's the great axe because it's a hill dwarf. We're trying to optimize. You could do hand axes. I personally keep a ranged weapon for the pack. I don't know why you would pick the explorers pack. I'm pretty sure the dungeoneers pack is way better, so we're gonna pick that. Okay, backgrounds. Now this is partly personal style and choice, so the decisions we make here aren't going to make or break our fighter, but we can pick things that are going to help. So I would recommend something that's going to allow you to make potions, which is always helpful. Now, depending on your playstyle, if you want to get some other stuff, you can do that. I personally think the kind of best option is philosopher because you get medicine and persuasion and you're proficient with the herbalism kit, right? And I would say pragmatism with a little bit of kindness is a good combination, and authority and altruism to round us out. And what am I? Lawful good. We're going to be neutral good. Altruism and kindness. And whatever. We'll double up on kindness. Stats. It even tells us in the right, the tip. Strength, constitution, and dexterity. Now, there are lots of ways to optimize this. We could click optimize within the point system, and this is a pretty good setup because we're going to be tanky. However, we're looking to completely optimize, so we're going to click free edit, and we're going to do exactly what we want. So we're trying to optimize. We have 15, 15, 17. So these are capped out, you'll see at 15. Now, what you'll notice is, oh, I'm clicked on free edit. So I meant to click it on, I clicked it off. So we're going to prioritize strength, constitution, we're going to want it at 20. And we gave up intelligence, and that gave us unlimited points. So it really depends. If you free edit, you get unlimited points. If not, you're capped. So assuming we don't free edit, I would actually say reset and go to optimize, because you get 16. This is a kind of a good flow. Now, if you did want to do point buy, and assuming you're not going unlimited, what I'd recommend that you do is, it won't let us lower those. I would go 15, 15, which is a little higher, and then I would go 17. That would be how to best optimize it, assuming you don't do free edit, which I was mistaken. Free edit gives you unlimited, which is a little bit cheating in my opinion. But it's up to you. If you were to truly make the Ultimate Fighter, you would click unlimited. Alright, select fighting style. This is personal preference, right, and how you're going to play. I'm going to pick great fighting weapon, because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw 200 weapons on my fighter and get into the battle, take hits, but deal way more damage than I take. Okay, proficiencies. Now, I would argue that acrobatics is pretty important because we can't select athletics, unfortunately, but if we could, I would recommend taking it. The other option is, here for skills, you could do intimidation if you wanted, which isn't horrible. But I was hoping to do medicine, but we can't. So I would say intimidation's pretty good. Background languages, that's not going to impact your ability to deal damage as a fighter. Okay, so looks has 0 impact, but I would argue that you'd want a scary looking fighter, so I don't know how to do that. I feel like someone coming at you with like weird color hair would be scary. She even, yeah, there we go. There we go. Matilda, our great axe fighter. So let's just take a quick review. Class skills. This is all personal preference on playing, but we have prioritized in our build either defensive, dueling, basically everything that's not archery that's going to get in there and deal damage because we prioritize strength and constitution, right, in our build. For points, we maxed out strength, dexterity, and constitution pretty straightforward. If you do unlimited point buys, you can get those even higher. Or if you wanted to, you could click optimize. This isn't horrible, and it actually favors that melee style. Dexterity is going to impact that archery option. Here, I would argue philosopher, herbalism kit, and proficiency in medicine will allow you to create potions and stay healed up throughout your journeys and in battles. Obviously, we picked the fighter and we picked the hill dwarf. So thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you found this somewhat helpful. This is my personal opinion on how to create the ultimate fighter in Solasta Crown of the Magister. Please consider supporting the channel by subscribing. I'm actively trying to grow my YouTube channel, and we hope to see you in future videos. Thanks for watching. Shadow Coast out.